Guatemala is a very simple country to travel to. The Aurora International Airport has only one terminal, which makes the arrival process easy. As you get off the plane, you will go up a handicap ramp that leads to a long glass-enclosed hallway featured to the middle right. Go left, which will take you all the way down the hallway, where you'll proceed down the 2 escalators and reach the first of 3 stations. At immigration, an officer will stamp you into country and wave you to the left. The next stop is baggage, which is located just around the separator wall the officer indicates. After picking up your bags, turn away from the conveyor belt and you are looking at the 3rd and final station, Customs. Please provide the officer with your blue and white form that you'll have been provided on the plane marked tourist because you are staying less than 90 days. They will then send your luggage through an X-ray machine and wave you towards the left hallway, which leads to the main airport exit. The exit door shown at the bottom right will have just beyond it a half wall about 1 car length ahead of you, where everyone stands to pick up someone from the airport. Your driver from Maya Sky will be there with a sign that shows open wide, your name, and will typically be saying the words open wide as passengers from your flight exit. When you meet eyes, you'll meet the driver at the end of the half wall and they will assist you to load your baggage onto the transport vehicle and you'll head towards Antigua. The drive to Antigua takes approximately an hour. About half of it is city driving, and then you'll head up into the foothills. On your way back down, you'll notice there's a slightly bumpier road as you enter the city of Antigua. From there, you're about 5 to 10 minutes from your hotel. Antigua is a delightful place to stay while you're in Guatemala. It is an UNESCO heritage site because of its old Spanish colonial charm, and it's a tourist favorite because of its great variety of things to do and see, including restaurants, shopping, historical sites, a great chocolate factory, a jade museum, and it's very near a zip line as well as a coffee plantation. Antigua is a very authentic Guatemalan experience with beautiful courtyards around each doorway as you walk along its traditional cobblestone streets. There are also many options of cultural tours. Here are a few that volunteers have really enjoyed going on, but there are also many more. Please feel free to visit www.mayaskY.com.gt to see all the tours that are available from Maya Sky Tour Company. Beyond the initial logistics for the week, I'd like to share with you some of the important travel information surrounding your trip. Antigua has a year-round temperature from 60 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It is situated in the foothills of Guatemala, where evenings are cooler. If you are staying in December through January, it will be on the cooler range, so make sure to bring a light jacket and warm pajamas. If you go May through September, bring a collapsible umbrella for afternoon rains. Cell phones work in Guatemala, but please check with your provider for international plans and pricing. You will also be provided a local pay-by-the-minute phone from your driver when you arrive at the airport. Important numbers like our office, the transport driver, hotels, the clinic contacts, and our local board of directors member, Evelyn Pies, are programmed into the phone. We're all available to you to support you during your week of service. You can load minutes into the phone at local pharmacies throughout Antigua. Please give the phone back to the driver when you are transported back to the airport so it can be ready for the next group of volunteers. Electricity is the same as in the US or Canada throughout Guatemala. Your local currency needs vary depending on your activities outside your clinic days. If you'll be staying in Antigua, your local currency needs are minimal, as shops and restaurants take Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. Only street vendors or the local market purchases will require quetzals. If you travel into the interior, you'll need more local currency because it's unlikely they will have card services. There are several ways to get quetzals. One option is to request them from your bank. You'll want to order ahead of time as it typically takes about a week. You can also use an exchange booth at your outgoing hub or when you land in Guatemala City. ATMs are also available near the Central Park area of Antigua. However, there is typically a $3 to $5 international service fee per withdrawal. The customary gratuity in Guatemala is 10%. Look for the word propina, Propina, as it oftentimes is included in the bill. For the driver, you'll tip as a group at the end of the week, typically somewhere between $30 and $50. Some simple travel tips, regardless of where you travel in the world, should be observed during your stay. Please keep the local address and numbers with you. No transportation should be taken other than the contracted drivers. Keep your passport and valuables locked in your room. Walk in groups in 2 or more if you can. And always keep higher denominations of money separate and tucked away, especially if you are in a market or congested area. The schedule for the clinic week will include a 7 a.m. breakfast each morning. At 8 a.m. the transport will be outside your hotel to take you to the clinic. And at 9 a.m. you'll arrive at the clinic and have start of day. Lunch is brought into the clinic between noon and 1. We have the local professor of culinary arts for the municipality of Villanueva who makes a typical Guatemalan family buffet-style dish and sends it fresh from the kitchen to the clinic for your midday meal. Around 3 p.m. you'll start wrapping up with your last patient, and between 3:30 and 4 the transport will leave for Antigua. Make sure not to leave any later than 4, or you may get delayed by as much as an hour by rush hour traffic headed out of the city. At 5 p.m. you'll arrive back at your hotel in Antigua, and evenings are free to do as you wish. Go out for dinner as a group, or go shopping. Both restaurants and shops again are open until 10 p.m.